Hey guys, in this video I wanted to review a wreck from the 6 hours of Watkins Glen, which I thought was a racing incident, but the other guy involved didn't feel that way and ended up sending me many messages with expletives and saying that he was going to report me and stuff. So I just wanted to show this incident from my view and then his view as well as some chase cameras, and then I'll analyze the wreck from my perspective, and I'd like to see what you guys think in the comments, but without further ado I'll just show the angles of the wreck. So first I'll show my onboard. And then his onboard view. And now I'll show my chase view. And now I'll show his chase view. Okay, so there's three main things I want to point out about this wreck. First of all, from his perspective, I think it's fair to be aggravated and maybe have a message of expletives towards me, just because this wreck, it kind of ruined his race. I mean, I put him in the wall and you could see it that his wheel was skewed after the wreck, and so it kind of killed his car. Probably a lot of optional or required repairs, where I basically was able to just escape the wreck, maybe a little bit of front damage, but not much at all. The second thing I wanted to point out was, um, if you look at the contact, I'm not even sure how clear the contact was. I'm going to see if I can go to a rear chase here and get a good view of this, but I was trying to tell whether there was contact or whether this was actually just a netcode or lags, and so we just try to get a good view of this as we're approaching the final corner. It's it seems really close. I'm going 112 speed here, and I'm not hitting the side of his car. I'm hitting the back, and I feel like if there was contact, it definitely wasn't a punt. It was more of a tap, and you can see his car already sliding there and drifting out. I'm gonna see if I can get a better view here, just far chase from his perspective. Um, okay, and I'm gonna zoom in a bit here. Um, okay, there we go. And again, going in slow motion, trying to see does it's so hard to tell whether there's space between there or whether I actually hit him. I feel like there's a small contact before, and so I mean, if there was a bit of contact, I mean, that's my bad. But the last view I want to show is his onboard view here, which I feel is, I mean, there's a main trend or a big trend with these multi-class races. It's just that there's a huge difference in speed between these cars. I'm not saying that one person is more to blame than the other, but you're always having to judge how far away you are, or how far you're able to pass, how far back you're able to go for a move in a different car because you're entering a corner at such different speeds. And so, like, if I just go to his on board here, just from being able to tell, he probably already has blue flags as he sees a faster car coming, and he can see me in his inside mirror here. And so, if we actually go half speed here, he sees half speed. As we're entering the corner, he can see it on exit as well. And then as he approaches this final corner, it's normal racing line. As he's over to the far left of the track, I know this is kind of split second, so it's not really fair to judge, but he doesn't see me in the mirror, which means that he should know that I'm on the right side. I may not be alongside him, and if we go at this point, you can actually see I'm about a car length back or so. But I feel like you have to assume if you're in this position that someone could go for the move. You can't see them right here, but you just saw them a moment ago, so you know that they're close. And so you're leaving all this space open. You're leaving all this potential for a move. And at this point, I don't know if I was committed to go to the move. I always thought there was a hole open at this point, and so I kind of stayed at that location. And I wouldn't say close the door. He took the normal racing line, assuming that I wasn't going to go for it. And I feel like, in my opinion, that's a racing incident because I don't feel like either person knew what the other person was going to do. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, whether I was going for the pass, and he basically assumed that I wasn't, even though he should have seen me in his mirror a corner ago. But Yeah, I mean, I definitely say I don't really see him doing anything wrong other than perhaps being too aggressive when he should have been more cautious in the possibility of a move being done there, and also whether this was. I'm really trying to get a good view of whether there was contact here. I was trying to go chopper view and just zooming in real close here. Was there even any contact? It's so close. But like I said, I'm not trying to punt anyone, but is that worthy of yelling expletives at? I mean, I definitely understand getting knocked into the wall and having your race ruined for something like that, but I feel like he should understand from my perspective that this was more of an accidental wreck. It wasn't something intentional, and I feel like the fact that he left that lane open, I feel like he has some part to blame. So yeah, that's basically my argument for the wreck. I'm curious to see what you guys think about it, but yeah.